Video number 1. This is officially my first YouTube video, and honestly, I am extremely excited that you even clicked on this video. If you're a friend or family, hello, I am so happy that you're here. And if you're a stranger, well, welcome to my channel. My name is Jocelyn Seveniano, and I'm really here to just encourage you to get started. And so I'm going to be documenting my own personal goals, but I'm also going to share with you all different tips and tricks that you can use on a daily basis to really start changing your life. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's really the small daily habits that you do that will then turn into a literal life-changing experience. And I can say that for myself. I'll share more about my story on a different video, but I have literally seen my life transform in the last 3 years. And so I just really want to encourage people to take this moment to think about some of the things that you currently want to work on as I describe some of the things that I have written down for myself. And I always like to break things up into quarters. So similar to how I do it with work, I have quarterly goals. So I am going to also have quarterly personal goals. So for the first 3 months of 2025, I have 3 goals written for myself. My first one is related to growing my trading account. So I will be sharing a lot about my trading experience, how I first started investing, and things of that nature, which I feel like don't really get talked about, especially in kind of like a more woman or Hispanic community or culture. So I really want to kind of break the stigma behind us not knowing about it, because I know there are people out there who probably know a lot about it but aren't speaking about it. So just really wanting to not only share what I know, but also start a community where we're all able to talk about these things and learn from each other. The second thing that I'm focused on for the first 3 months is actually losing a bit of weight. So I am planning to lose 15 pounds. I have gone through the bulk and cut and bulk and cut and bulk and cut phase for literally the last decade. So I have done this multiple times, but this time I'm really focused on just seeing the results and also not so much focusing on the scale. So seeing, okay, 15 pounds down. If I lose 12 or 10 pounds, but I feel like I feel healthier and I've toned up the areas that I'm really targeting, then I will be happy with that. So I think that's one of the things that I've learned over the years is that even if you set yourself a goal, especially when it comes to physical and your weight, there are so many different reasons for your weight to fluctuate. So don't be so hard on yourself when you don't see the exact number that you wrote down. Just really focus on how you're feeling and how you feel like your appearance is looking. So I would always say to prioritize your body composition and how it looks over the number on the scale. And then the last goal that I have is more of a work goal. So I am currently also working a 9 to 5. I am a training coordinator and training facilitator, and we have a really awesome program that I am a part of, and our launch is happening in February. So a third goal for myself, which is like more of a professional goal, but I like to incorporate it to make sure that I'm hitting it, is to have a successful launch. And this will be something that I actually fly out to Georgia for a couple of days, and I get to see my team. We get to put on a 3-day live training program, and then the training program itself is 6 months, but this official launch is one of the goals that I have for myself to make sure that it goes smoothly, and I'm really excited about it. So with that being said, I do want to dive a little bit deeper into my current weight goal. And again, this is not even about the number on the scale, but really about how I feel, not only just how I look when I look at myself in the mirror, but also how I feel health wise. Like, do I feel like I wake up with energy during the day? Do I feel like I'm able to move without pain and my body is feeling very active and my movements are feeling lighter? So everything really matters. It's not just about what you see when you look at the scale. So what I did was I actually created on my iPad, I created kind of what I want to look like and feel like little note And I did this on this application called Freeform, where you can add pictures, you can add text, you can write if you have like one of those iPad pens. And so what I'm going to do is really think about some of the things that I want to accomplish. So I said 2025 Q1 goal is to tone up 10 to 15 pounds, like lose 10 to 15 pounds of fat. But I want to keep my muscle mass. I want to tone my arms and my stomach. So very specific with what exactly I want to do. And then I want to do that in Q1. So that is basically also setting a specific date to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable on a day-to-day basis. Another thing that I want to make sure that I am working on is my food consumption. So I will not lie to you. This last, I would say, 2 to 3 months of 2024, I was ordering Uber Eats and DoorDash literally every single week. I was eating Wendy's, McDonald's, there's a Chick-fil-A right around the corner, pizza, tacos, like literally you name it, I was eating it. And this is not to shame anybody for eating junk food, because literally I just said it, I eat it all the time. But it's really just being mindful of the stuff that you're putting into your body. And not only because, okay, now I look at myself and I feel a little bit fluffier, or I feel this or that. It's really about your health, right? And I think that as I get older, I realize that, okay, Jocelyn, you're not 18 years old anymore. You're 28, right? And as I get closer to that next decade, and as I get closer to, being in my 30s or in my 40s, I want to make sure that I am taking care of my body and my temple now, so that in the future, when I'm older and I'm an elderly woman, I can still function and I can still be healthy and live a happy and healthy life. So again, those are more of my personal goals and things that I want to focus on in the first 3 quarters. So I would love to know, what are some of the things that you're working on? Again, I'm hoping to build a community. So if you want to drop a comment, or if you want to leave any questions in the comment section, I'm more than happy to look at them and answer them. I did want to give a little bit of background. So for my 9 to 5 job, I did mention I am working in the training and development space. So I oftentimes do have, live sessions where I work with people either in a group setting, or I do also do one-on-one coaching, which is really awesome. So I get the opportunity to talk to people and to help people, and I absolutely love doing it. So one of the main reasons I'm on YouTube is because there are times where I see stuff and content on here that's really, really helpful. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to write this down and I'm going to apply it to my life. And then I do that and I see the tremendous change, whether it be in my finances, whether it be my physical appearance, whether it be health-wise, whether it be relationship-wise, whether it be with my family, with my friends. There are so many things that I've learned through literally just watching YouTube that I'm like, you know what? There's probably a girl somewhere out there who's in, 18, 19, or in their 20s, or maybe you're 30 or 40, and you just really want to hear from someone who maybe looks like you, talks like you, just feels very, I'll say this, authentic and just normal. Because I see so much content as well that I'm like, all right, like I can't resonate with any of that. Like, no, like I don't want all this luxurious stuff and, oh my god, self-care, and like put 100 lotions on my face. That's not to knock anybody, because if you can afford to do that and you got the time, money, energy to sit there and do that, that's great. But for people who are just a little bit more low maintenance and just chill and just want to still work on yourselves, still take care of yourselves, but just a little bit more like normal, I guess, not what everybody wants to make it seem like it's just this grand thing, then this is probably your channel. And I'm happy to also, talk to my community, and not only through comments, but if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me. I'll put my email down below, and start forming relationships with people who are genuine and are authentic to who they are. And so with all of that being said, I want to stress the fact that my channel will be focused on really woman empowerment and figuring out ways to learn about finance. Okay, so financial literacy is going to be really big. Your motivation is not really motivation. You need to learn about discipline and consistency and see how that plays out in the long term. It'll be about friends, family, relationship, anything that is focused on elevating yourself are things that I'm willing to talk about. So if there are any topics and specific things that you want to hear more about, I would love to hear it in the comments. And again, this is just the beginning of my journey. I literally just bought this microphone, these headphones. I have a little ring light going on that's holding my camera, and this is really just the start. So this is the start of this journey. This is the start of me really getting comfortable with the idea of being a content creator, because I know that I have so much that I want to share. There are so many things that I have been studying and learning about for the past 5 years that I'm like, I can't just sit on this information. Like, I need to share it, and I want other people to feel like they could ask the questions, like they could get the answers that they've been looking for. And the last thing I'll say is that a lot of the times we're seeking for answers somewhere else. So maybe you clicked on this video and you're like, I really just want to know the answer to this. But the answers are inside of you. And so I want you to take a moment, and especially after you watch any of my videos, if you have a journal, if you haven't started journaling before, this is the literal moment for you to go grab any type of notebook and journal. It is the thing that's helped me the absolute most in the last 3 years of my life. And so if you don't have a journal, highly encourage you to get one. If you want to learn more about journaling and what that can look like for you, also put that in the comments. Let me know. I can do a video about how I got started and how I do it and see if it's helpful. But definitely start journaling after you watch a video and you get inspired or you resonate with something. Just write down your thoughts, write down your ideas, and then again, just get started. It's all about your day one. And then moving forward, you'll see how your life starts to progress. As long as you stay disciplined and consistent, you will see the changes happen. So again, this is also a way for me to document for myself. So again, it's January 2nd, 2025. This is your first video, Jocelyn, and I am honestly so proud of you and already can see all the amazing things that you're going to be able to accomplish this year. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.